Coach, this is your first year as the head men's soccer coach at Carroll University. Um, how does that feel to be kind of have control of this program now?
Yeah, for me, it's exciting. Wisconsin is home. We're seeing Wisconsin, and for me, I've grew up in Wisconsin playing youth soccer as well as playing college soccer here, and there's some authenticity to it, right? And I think having competed against Carroll as a player as well as a coach, I'm well aware of the historic soccer tradition here, and as well as the rigor of our conference of the CCIW, and also just from a recruiting standpoint of recruiting upcoming players that whether it's a club that I previously played for as a youth player or it's clubs that I played against as a youth player or now have had coaches that coached me as a youth player that are now directing these clubs or coaching in them, just to be able to have access to those guys and the familiarity. So it's personable on my end, and there's some authenticity in terms of being home and giving back to Southeast Wisconsin in a soccer sense. So it's one that there's certainly always passion in coaching, but it goes a little bit longer in terms of authenticity and knowing the rich soccer tradition here on top of the high academics as well as the rigor of our conference. It's exciting, and it's one. It's very cliche, but to beat the best, you got to play the best, and we have on the men's soccer side in the CCIW. There's no cupcakes, right? Put it that way. And you look at year to year, I think there's been two teams that have coming out of this conference into the NCAA tournament. And that excites me knowing that on a day to day we get to face quality competition.
And the team won 7 games last year. What are your expectations for the team this year, and how can they build on that last year?
What excites me is that last year we were, for the most part, started freshmen and sophomores, so underclassmen, and this year, majority of those guys will now become, upperclassmen, right? And I think any sport, not just soccer, is when you can have athletes on the field or court, whatever sport it might be, that are upperclassmen. That helps your program in many ways, right? Whether that's from a tactical standpoint, from a physical standpoint, from understanding logistics to how to shape their schedules, so on and so forth. So to know that we'll have quite a few guys that are going to contribute for us this year on the field, that'll be upperclassmen. That goes a long way, and now the hope is that hey, we can help groom some of the younger guys underneath them, and those guys can show them just how things work, and whether it's work ethic, whether it's how they prioritize their schedules, to just training habits, to so on and so forth. There's so many big takeaways of having upperclassmen on the field, and that excites me knowing that now we're gonna have a main core per se of guys that'll be on the field that are upperclassmen versus last year where they were underclassmen. I think again that'll be a huge benefit on our end.